Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at Generations Forged, Issue 1. This is actually the second part of a storyline that started in Generation Shattered, written by Dan Jurgens, Robert Venditti, and Andy Schmidt, art by Mike Perkins, Marco Santucci, Paul Pialter, and Norman Rappund, Bernard Chung, Joe Prado, Colleen Doran, Brian Hitch and Andrew Curry, Dan Jurgens and Kevin Nolan, colors by Hi-Fi, letters by Tom Napolitano, cover by Liam Sharp, edited by Andrea Shea and Brian Cunningham, Marie Javins, editor-in-chief. So the heroes are scattered across time. Several of them are on Krypton, some are in Electric City, and John Henry Irons and Superboy are stuck on a very primitive Thanagar. And with the villains in hot pursuit, they have to figure out how to get back together to stop Dominus. And that means they end up having to team up with the enemies after several fights. Unfortunately, a few of the bad guys don't make it as they are eradicated through the Goneness. This really is just kind of the never-ending story with superheroes, but they do figure out how to get to Vanishing Point at various stages, and some of the other heroes have to get saved, but they all end up having to work together, and they figure out what's going on. It's actually a pretty good story. Dominus's evil acts are really the result of selfishness. He wants to get something that he had once upon a time and get an idealized version of it, and he's just willing to destroy all of time for that. And in the end, we get kind of a convoluted summation of why everything is the way it is, and it really is just multiple timelines, but they kind of try a little too hard to make it be something else. Overall, though, it's a fun story. It's a good two-parter, and this kind of leads from Dark Knight's Death Metal very, very loosely, and it's leading into Infinite Frontier. The art is overall very good. There's a couple of panels that are a little crap, but generally speaking, it's pretty solid work. I thought it was a fun read and definitely worth picking up. It was a good launching point from Dark Knight's Death Metal to a bit more of a brighter future. It definitely has more of a positive note, more heroics than we're used to with DC, and a lot less political nonsense that they've been wedging down our throats lately, so that was really good to see. So I'll recommend checking it out if you can find it for a reasonable price. That'll do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links to my Teespring store, Patreon, and Streamlabs are all in the description. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.